Tony, welcome to Kaplan.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hi, I'm so excited to tell you about my favorite thing ever, critter coloring books by Pappy Silk. They're full of super cute animals and cool stuff to color. I get to use all my favorite crayons and markers, and guess what? There are no rules. So I made a purple mouse with rainbow background. If you love animals and love coloring, you have to get these books. Trust me, they're awesome. Just go to Amazon and search for Pappy Sill and you'll find the whole collection of coloring books. Remember, it's a Pappy world and we all get to color in it.
You wanna live show begins. You're telling all your friends the party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. I'm gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. Sorry.
I turned the mics on just to catch the tail end of that. Hi, everybody. I forgot to. Let me see that. Yeah, I forgot to put
Sav.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Show coming at you live on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, Facebook page, YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. No matter where you are watching the show, no matter where you're watching the show, please share it all over the link all over your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, and tell them about this great show. We like to think it's a great show. Thanks for joining us. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. And speaking of legends, speaking of comedy, we have Long Island legend Mike Kaplan, as grouchy as ever, and we have comedy phenom Fat J. He's on
Phenom.
What?
Phenom.
What did I say? Oh, I said phenom. You're right.
Yeah,
I did.
Phenom.
Phenom. You're right.
Yeah, I went to a guy
Wow.
in high school named Phenom.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Vietnam.
I once knew a girl named Bigay.
Bigay?
B-I-G-A-Y. B-I-G-A-Y. B-I-H-Y. I screwed it up.
You did.
I did.
I have a lot of jokes about that, but...
Romeo Rusiello says, Happy Hump Day, you humps. Did I tell you we're calling him Romeo?
Yes,
now?
I've heard all about it.
Wow, you jumped all over that. yes, and I don't want to hear any more.
Oh, dear God, Romeo Rusiello.
Romeo, where art thou?
Where art
See,
thou?
and he's talking to us now because Anne has not shown her pretty face yet.
Because, you know, as soon as Ann pops on...
then he's gone.
He's gone.
Gone.
We totally lose him.
He yelled at me yesterday. He felt I was picking on him too much.
Really?
Yeah. And John, I am the worst. I have to tell you. Oh, remember before we were on the air, I was like, and you were like, what? I never told you. John asked me to call him yesterday.
Yes.
I was too busy, and I had some issues in here yesterday that took up my afternoon. I said, John, I got a busy day. Can I call you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? Well, it's now 11:05, and I totally forgot.
I was talking to him at 10 a.m.
Oh, that's why I called. I got a busy signal.
And he didn't, yeah. But he didn't mention it.
Oh,
so you're good.
Oh, maybe he forgot.
He forgot.
All right, never mind. Just I hope I have no sound. Of course, the sound is working. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had a crazy afternoon. So Peter Schwartz, who does his sports show in here, WFAN's own Peter Schwartz, he had Chris Myers on his show yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he gets great guests.
That's a big name.
That's a very in the world of sports. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So. I do my show. The show ends at 12:30. Peter comes on at 1. I don't know what happened. My show ended at 12:30 just fine. In fact, we even went 5 minutes late. 12:35. We end the show. Everything's great. 12:45. I'm preparing for Peter. I have no internet, so we couldn't. So he was supposed to Zoom with Chris Myers. We were supposed to go live. I play music off YouTube, so I couldn't do anything. So and Peter. Before Chris Myers, he had an in-studio guest. I'm like, Peter, I'm screwed. I have no internet. So I said, the only thing I can do is record.
Right.
I said, but I can't even play your music because I don't have, a music player. I just have YouTube that I was working with. I felt terrible. So this poor guy had to. So yeah, so it was. So I was dealing with that all afternoon, trying to figure that out. And then Chris Myers. So I get into networking for a little while. Chris Myers zooms in. Then he had a problem on his end with the Zoom. So they're mid-conversation, and he disappears. We're like, what the what? So we're scrambling, and then he comes back. So after the show, I edited that stuff out. Like I was editing it to make it all good. So like we're even running commercials during the show, and Chris Myers comes on the Zoom. He's like, "Can you hear me? Everybody good? Hello?" But when you do that on Zoom, on this program that I use to stream, it comes through like whatever the person on the Zoom is saying is what can be heard in the stream.
Okay.
So the audience is here as the commercial's playing. You hear Chris Myers' voice. You guys hear me? Hi guys. Or Chris Myers. Hey guys, how are you guys? Can you hear me good? You okay? So I'm like in my head. I'm like, shut up, Chris. Shut up. Shut up. Finally, I just went like I look into the camera because he can't see the commercial. He sees us the whole time.
Yeah.
So I finally just went like this. And then he goes, okay, good. I understand there were some problems. So I just want to make sure you can hear me. I'm like, in my head, Chris Myers, please shut up. So I edited that stuff out. I had the whole bunch of it. So my afternoon was just crazy. There she is. Good morning, Tony and Mike. Hello, everyone. And then there's Romeo. Hi, sweetie.
Who?
Romeo.
Oh, no. Who just said chimed in? Ann?
Ann.
Oh, Ann. Oh.
You should have heard him yesterday, calling in, showering Diane with all these compliments, and then, but then, of course, mentioning, my lovely Ann is watching, too. Like he was, like, hitting on both of them.
Wow.
I know, man.
He took some
That's balls.
extra vitamins yesterday.
He could barely handle one of them, let alone two of them at the same time.
I have many comments and jokes about that. He has enough time handling his own wife.
Yeah. All right, so we are...
Spreads himself very thin.
He spreads. Yeah. We are awaiting the arrival of Fat Jay, our old friend Fat Jay, who hasn't been in here in a while. So we look forward to talking to him. He's got he's got a story to tell. So we'll let him get to that when he gets here. He did text me a little while ago saying he's on his way, but I know where he lives, and I know where he works.
Sounds
so,
kind of stalkerish.
Yeah, a little bit. If he... all right, well, that's him texting. So I'm assuming he's at... Well, all right, let's find out for sure. I'm assuming he's at the back door. Hello.
Doors locked.
I'll be right there.
I get it. I get it.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Fat Jay has arrived. Yeah. I'm here to serve, he says. He's a miserable bastard. All right, so Fat Jay has arrived. He's got an interesting story that he's going to share with us this morning. Looking forward to hanging with our pal. There he is.
There he is.
Big entrance. Fat Jay has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Still going?
What's that?
Is the intro still going? I figured I had fucking time. Did we cut it down from 19 minutes to 9?
It is down to 4.
4 minutes.
Well, 5.
Right, we got
5.
I'm sorry. Sorry I'm late then.
Yeah, but you see, I start at 10:55, so those videos can play, so I can do all the social media sharing, and then at 11:02, boom, we're done. We're here.
Here we are.
And that's the promised time, 11 o'clock.
What's up, Mr. Kaplan? How you been, sir?
I've been great. Good to see you, my friend.
Are you enjoying retirement?
I am.
Good.
Much.
Glad to see you. You look fucking good.
I lost the election. I don't know if you know.
I know.
Well,
That's why
I wasn't doing enough things behind the dumpster, as you said.
You had fucking 3 people at the goddamn fundraiser. What you think that 97,000 were going to turn out to the polls?
I was hoping at least 10.
Oh, poor guy.
I did. I lost by 21,000 votes.
21,000.
Did you hear that? 21,000.
Yeah, I definitely heard that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, hopefully you're a Republican now.
As a matter of fact, he is. Is that all right? Did I say that?
By the way, I love the Peter Schwartz Sports Bash show.
Me too, man.
But he copied Hershey and Keegs.
What do you mean?
Because Hershey and Keegs was having the fan guys on way before Peter Schwartz came on. But I know Schwartz is a fan guy, so.
Hey, he works there.
No, I know. I'm just breaking balls.
But Hershey and the Keegs, like they...
My favorite things was one of my favorite episodes, Hershey and Nick Higgs, is
Yeah.
when the schmooze was on.
Yeah.
Oh, the schmooze.
And that's what I was saying to them. Like, you guys are getting off the sports. You guys got to go back. They had Anthony Recker from
Yeah,
from
I'm
SNY.
hoping. I want him to get my guy Keith McPherson. I'm a Keith McPherson, and I'm also a Chris McMonagle
Keith
fan. But
this is awesome.
yeah, but they had Big Zoo on.
Right. Yeah. But they swayed from that. They don't. When was the last time they had a sports guy on?
I don't know, but I love the Hershey and Keeg show. I'll be a part of their show.
Oh.
On December 12th at the brokerage. Come out and see us. Support Hershey and Keegs.
Yep. They put on great shows, and that's a good lineup.
Keith Anthony.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, that's it.
legend.
That's all you need to say right there. John Rusciello keeps calling. John, give us a few minutes, and I'll tell you when to call in. Vicky is there today. Greetings, Tony, Mike, and Jay on this glorious snowy
What's up,
day.
Knockers? Sorry I've been away, and you've been stuck with Cover Band Central here on the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. I hate cover bands, too. Those guys that they're semi-retired. Let's start up the band. You remember how much we got laid in the 80s when we had the band? No, Blow was popular in the 80s, Bob. That's why you got laid, not because of your shitty cover band. And wow, you were there when we were at Jones Beach, and the guy from the cover band turned to me and said, Jay, are you going to do the same jokes we seen you do a couple months ago?
Yes.
And I was like, really, guy? That the guy who's going to sing someone else's songs and practiced all week for this big fucking event? I told that story to DC Benny.
Okay.
At McGuire's. I think I was hosting. He did a guest, whatever. Maybe he middle, whatever. But we were there talking while the headliner was up. And he turned around and goes, that's a fucking hysterical story.
Yeah.
He was laughing hysterically. He goes, do that on stage. And he came back. That was like a month later. We did a show with Dean Napolitano and Adam from Florida. And Dean, DC Benny was a guest spot because I guess he knows Dean, all that, whatever. So he was doing
DC's great. What a
and
great dude.
I middled, and I knew he was there watching. And I did the joke. I did it as my closer.
Oh, wow.
And he turned to Adam and was like, he told me that story, and now it's his closer. And he murdered with that.
Nice.
So that makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
You know?
When you get somebody of DC Benny's level, you have that kind of interaction with somebody on his level, that's a nice feeling.
And I made him laugh. And I was like, wow, like that was a good.
Why, is he a hard guy to make laugh?
No, but he's a big time comedian.
Yeah, when you make a big time,
long time.
The comedians, and I don't want this to sound weird, like they're not supportive, because they are.
Yeah.
But you don't see them belly laughing all that much.
I get that.
A lot of them actually, if you know you got them, they'll actually turn to you and say, that was hilarious. But like Gage, I always notice that with Gage. Gage, he'll laugh if you bust his balls, but if you're telling him a joke or something, he'll just hilarious.
Like wait a minute, I do that.
But you're not a comedian.
Either.
No, I'm not.
You know Kaplan doesn't laugh. You can't get this cocksucker to laugh if his life.
I do laugh.
I bet you laughed after you saw the election results, though.
I did laugh.
Well, even now, that was a polite "I'm going to kill you" laugh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No, he makes me laugh. You make me laugh. A lot of people make me laugh. But when I hear something really funny, I say, really cerebral, I say, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But cerebral. I won't laugh.
I say it's cerebral.
What's wrong with that?
Come on.
Where'd you go, to Hicksville High?
Yeah. You're sitting here in Levittown.
You don't know.
Where'd you go, Mastic High?
No, it's East Iceland High.
Close enough.
What'd you do, cow tipping on the weekends?
Yeah.
Out in Shirley?
I wasn't even close to Shirley. I do that now at my age.
Cow tipping?
Sure, why not?
What are you doing for retirement? You having a good time?
I'm having a really good time.
Good.
Wouldn't you like to know what I'm doing on a daily basis?
No, not on a daily basis.
I serve the community in all ways possible.
You know what?
He's a prostitute.
You what do you do? What does he do?
He's a prostitute. He said he serves the community in every way possible. So.
No, he does serve the community, and you can't take that away from anyone, and
so do you.
Admirable.
You know, performing is an act of service.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to get is a yes.
I Well, I didn't want to interrupt. I thought you had more, so I didn't want to interrupt.
So with that being said, let me tell you another crazy. And again, like I say, I'm living my dream.
Yeah.
You know, and it really is. It's so crazy. Like I'm a child of drug addicts. You know, my parents were drug addicts. Like,
are they still alive?
No, my parents.
Both of them?
Yeah, my father died in '84. My mother in '03.
Oh, okay.
My grandparents died in '07 and '08.
And your grandparents kind of raised you.
Yeah,
right?
they raised me.
Yeah. Did you? And well, I guess you lived with them too. Then
I lived with them. Yeah, in the mean streets of Call Place.
No, the mean streets.
The
yeah.
mean streets of Call Place. So like, I'm a nobody. You know, like driving down. I went to. Bristol.
Oh no, you're not. No, you're not. Sorry, we missed the cue there. Sorry.
No. I'm a nobody. Like I know my role. I'm a very humble guy. Like driving, I went to Bristol, PA, Comedy Works Bristol.
Yep.
Terry took me there the first time. Carrie's taken me there. Like I appreciate that because that got me in. You know, they can bring you, and then it's up to you.
Oh yeah.
You know,
right.
Like you got to do the work. You gotta.
Yep.
People liked me there, and like Saturday night, I had 37 people come to see me.
Nice.
Like, and there was a guy, Harley. He's my biggest fan. He was a Terry fan, but he thinks I'm his favorite comedian. He says I'm his favorite comedian. He told me, he's like, I drive 2 hours each way to come see you.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's fucking nice, you know? Like, that feels
That's
good,
really
you know?
nice, yeah.
Like,
Did he invite you over to his basement?
So, no, he's a blue-collar guy from Pennsylvania.
Right.
Super nice guy. Oh, who's working like all of us, trying to pay his bills.
Sure.
He goes, I get one night out a month, and this was my night out.
Wow.
And he always posts pictures of pizza. He likes pizza. So I was like, yo, you ever have New York pizza, da-da-da? No, I've never had it. So I brought him 2 pies from my favorite pizza joint.
Which is where?
Lombardo's of Seaford.
Okay.
And I brought it to him. He was like, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done. And before the show, he was talking to me. He goes, I really wanted to go see Dice. He was going to be in my area in the next couple weeks. But the tickets were like $90. So I couldn't afford it. I'd rather come see you. So I came home Monday and bought him the ticket to go see fucking Dice.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, did you really? That's nice.
Yeah, because,
Wow.
the guy drove 2 hours to see me. Again, I know my role, you know. If I can
hear
make you laugh, that's more, you know, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm just a fat kid living a dream, you know?
Isn't it the best to make someone laugh?
It's
the greatest.
Yeah.
I don't do it very often.
It's the greatest. Let me
Well,
give
that's
you
why
a
appreciate it,
review
'cause it's once a year.
from a fellow comedian that'll make you fucking laugh.
All right, don't tell me who it is. I want to hear the review, then I want to guess who it is.
And so jelly, meaning jealous, of Fat Jay's fan base. They love him, and he crushes every time. I think they need a name. The Jaybirds?
Yes, I saw this post. Is it a snare?
No, Laura Patton.
Oh, really? It was Laura Patton?
Yeah, she hosted. We worked together this weekend.
With Elliot Chang.
With Elliot. And, people, you know, Saturday night was a rough one. We had to work.
Really?
Yeah, packed out, but I had to work, you know.
Did you ask what the fuck is Laura Patton doing here?
No, I knew she was booked from the club, so I can't ask that. But, you know, I was still shocked. Not going to lie. But,
so you paid $90 for Dice. That is super.
Yeah, I mean.
But then did he have to pay another $90 to bring his wife, or
no,
he goes by himself?
He goes by himself. He went by himself.
So when he saw Dice, did he see Joe Cravella?
No, it was a different show.
Oh, okay. So I heard Joe would
opened for him.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Living the dream, man.
Absolutely.
Just some kids living their dream.
That's just like taking a flight to deliver a shirt. Right? Isn't that
who did you fly to take a shirt to?
Mike and I both took a flight. We delivered a Knockem Dead comedy shirt to John Rusiello.
In Florida.
I don't have a fucking Knockem Dead comedy
Either
shirt.
do I, and I've known him almost 30 years.
Didn't I
imagine?
Oh, I know.
I'm the star of the fucking show, and
I know.
It took him 7 months to put my face back up on the thing.
And then as soon as I did, then he stopped coming in.
And then we moved to Cover Band Central.
Cover Band Central.
Who was telling me? Somebody was telling me that you were complaining about that. Was it Andy? No, I don't think it was Andy. I forget. Somebody had said something to me like Jay wants to know, or Jay said something to me about all these cover bands. And I was like, well, because he's too big to fucking come in here now.
I'm not too big. I got to work. I got to pay my bills, unfortunately.
I hear you.
I tried. I gave you a shot to get us fucking paid. We switched to YouTube, to Twitch, to fucking Pornhub.
I was
knew
trying.
where the fuck we were and never got paid.
Because I was trying to get us paid by going all these.
We tried hard.
I'm
John
always
Luciello,
trying.
send $20,000 a month and I'll be here every fucking day for you, buddy.
John Russo, maybe that's why he was calling. He was very upset.
I know. I'm upset too.
Yeah.
You didn't think I wanted to be fucking dipping my fat toe in the water, you know? Unfortunately, the good Lord.
He was very upset because he was all pumped up to go see you.
Me too.
Yeah,
I was fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was that? So Governors was what? Sponsoring a show at a hotel?
Yeah, we were doing a show in Florida.
Yeah.
At the Palm Beach Gardens Marriott.
Which is, I think, maybe 20 minutes away from John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close.
He was he bought tickets right away. Called
did.
me up once you said it, and that was exactly why I told you to say, because I knew we had some Florida listeners.
Right.
Out of the 3. So I figured, maybe one of them would buy a ticket, and they sure as hell did, offered me to stay at their house. And I was looking forward to going down, but sometimes things don't work out. I stayed and I had a good time.
I bet your snare was all lubed up for you.
Yeah, I was looking forward to hanging out and working with him too, Good time. He'll be back.
All lubed up is what I said, yeah.
He'll be back. Adam's coming back. He'll be featuring.
Was he just here?
He was. We were in October. We did McGuire's.
Pricked it and fucking
2 packed out shows.
He used to like me. He came
in. He came in. It was a late. You weren't on. He came in late Friday afternoon. So and then he went back Sunday. So
likely story.
Listen, who am I to fucking?
Vicky says it's snowing up there. Ann is all excited to see Jay.
We're making the knockers happy here on a Wednesday.
The knockers, I like that.
Oh yeah, I've been. Yeah, they've been. We've
Tony calls. Hey, knockers.
Yeah. John Rusciello said he's a slut. I have no idea why he's saying that.
Oh.
Oh, because he's hitting on all the women. Is that maybe that's why he said that? All right. So let's get down to business here. There is a particular reason that you agreed to come in today. So I reached out to Jay yesterday and I said, why don't we Zoom at 12? Because I know you're a busy guy and, living the dream and working, doesn't have time for R3. So I said, maybe at lunchtime when you take lunch, let's Zoom.
He's never admitted that before. He's denied that for fucking 5 years. He finally admitted that.
I've been hitting double digits lately, I'll have you know.
Yeah, because, there's the cover band people that listen to them are 72 years old, and there's no line dancing at Jones Beach, so they're like, let's watch them or knock them dead,
I think I've been balancing pretty well between the cover bands and the comedy. Richie Byrne was in here. Ron Bartlett was in here 2 weeks ago. I know. Well,
I'm breaking fucking balls,
and I'm sparring.
I'm just breaking balls.
I'm dancing, baby.
You know.
So I said, let's Zoom at noon, and let's hear about this story. And then Jay was kind enough to say, I'll come in, and I said, cool. And that was the whole conversation. But I'm thrilled as always because it has been too long. I still miss doing trivia, even though the lady I have on Tuesdays is much better looking than you. But
listen,
I still do miss you. If you were Perfect Girl, would be her and you on Tuesdays because she's great, and I don't think we had a bad time ever.
I know I'm bashing she's a killer singer. Diane.
That's right.
Killer.
You know Diane. I forgot.
Yes.
She is a phenomenal singer.
Phenomenal.
She kills it. Absolutely. Yep. She is to music like you are to comedy. So Jay said he was going to come in.
Love Fest
and well, I did. I admit it. I've missed Jay.
I love when Tony doesn't pop in often at night, but when he does, I'm always excited.
Absolutely. And I'm actually kind of mad because we were practically neighbors. I was literally 5 minutes. My house in Seaford is not even 5 minutes from where he lives. Wow. But I didn't know that until after I moved out of there. So I had no idea. But that actually kind of bummed me out. Like, I go hang with Jay. Last time I saw Jay was on Canned Comics Cook with Chef Felix and Beautiful Bonnie. Your dish rocked. That's from Ann.
I made, we had to make a peanut butter and jelly.
A mega?
No, they said make your favorite peanut butter and jelly. So we had Allison Persky. She's like a mom with kids and everything. I'm just a fat stoner. So I brought it Uncrustable. and a fucking doob, because you smoke a doob, the Uncrustable is phenomenal and the best goddamn peanut butter and jelly you'll ever have. But they gave her the win, and she deserved it, because, you know.
How are you, buddy?
Tony's on the phone.
Wow.
It's definitely not one of the 3 knockers.
No, it's not. No, it's not one of the 3 knockers.
So I'm here, since Tony wanted to.
I'll take care. Yeah, I'll take care of you guys without a doubt. All right. Well, all right. I'll see you in probably about an hour or so.
I guess we have to be a cover band while he takes his
Thanks, man,
personal
appreciate
phone
it.
call.
They're practicing in his garage. The neighbors loved it. I'll take care of you. Put $1 in the tip cup that they put out.
My apologies. That was something I had to take. It was kind of important. And actually, are you staying the whole time?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I'm gonna. I have a question for you, but I can't do it on the air in regards to that phone call. Nothing bad. Nothing bad.
Okay.
So so you were nice enough to agree to come in, which I'm thrilled about. So let's get into this. You posted it on Facebook yesterday. Start from the beginning. Give
Which
me.
I saw.
You did. Oh, you saw it too. Okay.
Yes, I
Give
did.
us every detail. Don't miss a thing, because this sounds crazy to me. The little bit that I heard.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Yeah, and then I have a few questions
Sure.
afterwards.
Which is why I said give us every detail, because then maybe you won't have questions.
I went to work yesterday morning. I work in Westbury on Old Country Road. Our parking lot is across the street from the building. We go in on like a side door, but it's the main door, whatever. It's a weird building. At 12:05, my sister-in-law came by. So I went down to give her something. She had the dog in the car. The dog loves me. I pet the dog. Boom, boom, boom. She left. I went back to the building. As I was walking back to the building, I saw a guy crossing the street going out of the building. And I just got a weird vibe from him. He gave me like a weird look. Now, mind you, I'm wearing a Spread Love hoodie. I'm not bothering anyone. My car is parked across the street, right in the front. There's 3 handicap spots, and then in between, there's 3 regular spots. So I'm of the mindset, the least amount of walking, the better. So I parked, and I got in between the non-handicap, and I parked there. I walked, boom, 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 right there. So he gave me a look. I looked back. He was walking. Now, people park on the street and the lot. It's weird. I went back up to my office, did my work. Now, at 1:30, I went back downstairs to go to lunch. I had to go to the bank, do some quick errands during my lunch, go back to work. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I look, I'm like, that motherfucker keyed my car.
And he, like, the whole side, right? Or close to it?
Driver's side, back to front, and went extra deep in the driver door. Like, there was intent, you know?
Wow.
Now, I don't know the guy. I see it. I'm like, I'm going in. I go into the security guy. I'm like, yo, you got to pull up the video. So now I knew when my sister-in-law had come, because it was 12:05. She texted me. I knew the timestamp.
Right.
So we watched it. Sure enough, you see the guy come out. I'm like, that's him. He gave me a weird look. And you could see in the video, he gave me a weird look. Looked around, waited till I went in the building. And then, boom, just keyed my car.
Oh, he did it after. I thought when you came in to greet your sister-in-law, it was already done.
No, it was after.
Yeah. Wow.
So I realized it. So he keyed my car, went to lunch, and then went back to work like nothing happened.
That's
so now,
crazy.
I see the video.
Yeah.
The security guy goes, I have to report this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, play the video. I want to watch what car he gets into so I can key his shit and flatten his tires. Make it, you know. He goes, now I got to report this. I'm calling the police. So he called the cops. The cops came and took him right out of the office and fucking arrested him.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, is that why you were like, I'll throw a nail in his tire? Were you thinking he wouldn't get arrested? Or you knew that and you just preferred to get him back?
No, I wasn't going to call the cops. You know, like, I'm not a cop caller guy. Like,
all right. Tit for tat.
Yeah, like, I would rather just figure out where, follow him home, hit him with a tar-soaked 2x4, like one of those things. But,
yep. But that's the problem, though, because there's cameras everywhere, so you can't. So you're better off calling the cops.
Everywhere.
But do you know him?
He works in my building, but I don't know him. I've never seen him.
That's so weird.
Like, now, again, I'm just a fat guy in a spread love hoodie. You gave me a dirty look.
Yeah.
And then was like, I'm going to key that fat fuck's car. When the cops arrested him, they asked him, and they had the body cams. So they showed us the video. They're like, he's like, can I help you guys? They're like, yo, you keyed someone's car today. And he's like, I didn't key anyone's car. And they're like, well, we have you on video. He goes, I did it because I'm tired of people parking in handicap spots. So the cop's like, that guy's not in a handicap spot. Like, I don't know. And there was 3 other cars.
Right.
So why didn't you,
Yeah.
He just didn't. He saw, I guess I was walking fine and wanted that vigilante justice.
He's in the same building, but not the same office. So
no.
So you had no idea who this guy is.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So he gets arrested. So now what? Like, do you have to press charges? Like what happens now?
Now I gotta get an attorney. Well, the building, I guess, is pressing charges.
Okay, good.
So now after this, we find out that there's other cars in the lot that have been keyed.
Oh.
Now, one of them happened to be the security guy. So now the security guy goes, did he do my car? Like,
right.
So no one knows. Like, was he, obviously he said it was a vigilante type of thing. Like, he thought I was parked in a handicap, so he was going to get me back. But you're 53 years old. You walked right past me and looked right at me. Like, you could have been like, "Yo, fat boy, you're in a handicap."
Yeah, why didn't he just ask
And I would have been like, "No, it's not.
Right.
That's the handicap. That's not that."
Yep.
And I would have explained it. But instead, you were just like, fuck it. Let's key this fat fuck's car. Let's teach him a lesson.
Right.
So I don't know if he's got a handicapped person in his family. Like, you don't know what someone's story is.
I've done it. I've gone to people. So what are you doing there? You got the sign. You got
the placard.
Yeah, and they're like, no. I'm like, and I was like, well, I keying somebody's car though. No, I don't have the balls to do that.
Like one time, and like I don't park in the handicap spots because like, and again, like I'd love to. Don't get me wrong. Like, who the fuck wants to walk? Like, look at me. I'm doing the least amount of walking possible. But back in the days, my grandmother was old school Italian lady, tiny, My aunt, 4'9", So my grandparents had a big Ginzo Cadillac. So we park in Warbounds. I had to take my grandmother. Some guy, rah, rah, honking the horn. You fat fuck. You're not even handicapped. My grandmother gets out, frail, 70 pounds. Who the fuck are you? Get out of it, telling him.
Yeah.
So then he saw her, like, so I remember that story.
Yeah.
So, like, I get it. Tony, like, I get it. It's much harder for you than me. I get it. I probably deserve to walk more, but whatever. So I don't really try not to do that.
Right.
But if it's a work smarter, not harder situation, and there's a spot in between that the building left there, that's for fucking me. And if I got there before you, hey.
Right. And if you think it should be a handicap, take it up at the building.
Yeah,
like,
or say something. You walked looked right at me.
Right. That is so weird. So you weren't. So you saw the cam video. So you weren't there when they arrested him. You haven't seen this guy since.
No, they told us to go to our building.
Right.
To our office.
Right. And what? So they threw him in the car and then made him wait in the car. So they went while they went back up to show you the video.
They had someone else come and they took him to the station and then they took the statements from us or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. 53 years. I can't believe that at that age.
Went, yo, bro.
I did. I pictured an 18-year-old kid.
Keyed my shit.
Yeah.
Went to lunch. Went back to work like nothing happened. 3 hours later, fucking cops taking him out.
And now hopefully he loses his job.
I don't know. Again, you don't want him to.
Yeah, you kind of do.
No, I'd like to get fucking the car fixed for free. On
well,
him.
Yeah, of course.
If he loses his job, you know.
Well, fine. You got a week. That week's wages will pay for fixing the car, and then you're out, douche.
But, like, you went through a whole bunch of bullshit.
Right. Was it worth it? Did you think you got him? I keyed his car. I showed him. Dope.
Yeah. But, like, how many people did that happen to that don't realize it?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because you're in the hustle bustle trying to get home or go do some errands in an hour.
Right. And then you don't realize it for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some jerk off just randomly for no reason.
And
again, like if I was wearing a, a Trump shirt, a Kamala shirt, and
Right.
like he was one of those nut bags. Difference. But I was wearing a spread love hoodie.
Right.
With
Right.
going into work, like
He should have been hugging you. Not
like yo,
keying
bro,
you.
like I'm a grown man. You're 53 years old. You decide, fuck it, let's key his shit. You know.
It's crazy.
May I interject?
Oh, God, I hate when you say that.
Why?
Because that's what you're here to
This
do.
wouldn't have been happening if he would have won the election.
I know. I'd be at work right now instead of hanging around.
He would have been
YouTube
calling
folks.
you.
No,
saying,
my
hey,
car
help
wouldn't
me
have been. I'd been like, yo,
Right.
fucking
I
tar
would
and
take
feather
it,
this
yeah.
guy.
He wouldn't.
we
He wouldn't be
work.
working there anymore. You'd be his Secretary of State or some
Oh, Cap.
Secretary of State.
Let's rerun. We'll get you in. I'd like to be a Secretary of State.
What's funny is a lot of people have been reaching out to me to tell me that they want me to run. But
shit. The guy that beat you. What did I read somewhere? He's now. Is he leaving or something? Isn't he going?
no, he's termed out. I believe this is his last term. But he's a very powerful force.
He's turned.
in the
So
Republican Party.
how long is the term? 2 years? 4 years?
4.
Oh, so he still has another. Didn't that?
Oh,
wasn't
he
that
still
just
has
last
another
year?
3 years. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But people are asking, like, people are already thinking 3 years ahead, and they
Oh,
want
yeah,
you. Really?
absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
they planned that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all these people do. Don't you look at Facebook?
Yeah. Don't you read the comic books or anything?
The comic books? Yeah, that's all I read. I can't
Well,
stand
politics should be in comic books.
it. So yeah, people have asked you to run. So, all right, what job would you, if you got elected, what job would you give Jay?
He would be in some sort of communications for me. Yeah.
Communications?
Maybe my speechwriter.
Yo, dog, what the fuck? Like that's who you want?
Speechwriter, because
speechwriter.
I admit I am not fun.
You'll have to proofread. What's up, motherfuckers? Oh,
Yeah, we curse, Captain. Fuck them. You're a man of the people. The people curse.
I am a man of the people.
I like that. The people curse. That should be like a
The people
bumper sticker. or
curse.
something. The people curse. Wow.
No, I was at a 7-Eleven. I'm sorry.
No. Please,
you know.
please interject.
Thank you. I was at a 7-Eleven once. My ex-wife years ago, she kind of forced me because she loved to have the handicap placard so she could park anywhere she wanted. So she had it in my car. She put it in my car. This is at least 10 years ago. I'm at a 7-Eleven with my brother, and we were in a rush going to see my mother in my mother in a nursing home. So we just parked in handicap. So I get out of the car, and this old lady, she kind of gets in my face. She goes, "You don't look fucking handicapped."
Wow.
Oh, she was mad. She was mad. And I said, "Well, how do you know what I've been through? How do you know I'm not handicapped?" And she goes, "Well, what do you mean? Are you handicapped?" I said, "Well, I have the placard, don't I?" And I said,
If you got the placard, man, I'm arguing all day long. You don't know what my fucking issues are.
"Exactly."
Right.
I said,
Yep.
"You know I've been in 2 wars?" She goes, "Oh, you have?" She goes, you still look healthy."
Wow.
Oh, she was a
She was the
royal
original
bitch.
Karen before Karen.
Yes,
right.
She was such a bitch, and it just triggered that your story is a lot different than mine, but
You don't have $4,000 in damage on the car, you know?
$4,000.
I don't know. I guess they got to paint the whole shit.
I got to paint the whole thing.
Or do they just replace? Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know.
I think
Because
they
you said
gotta-
it was deep in
It's
the
gouged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably
So they got to
replaced.
fix the metal with the Bondo, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they use.
Wow.
So I got to try to get money from this guy. We'll see. It's a lot of steps, a lot of headache.
Do
But
know
yeah,
what
but you make
position-
him pay for the legal fees and shit too. Make him
Yeah.
pay for it all. Jerk off.
He's got to pay for your damages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone I know said you could do it through insurance and they don't penalize you because it's a vandalism clause thing, whatever. So
Oh,
we'll see.
vandalism?
That might be better because then
Or
it's
no fault?
We'll see.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't
And
know.
but it's their problem and they do all the legwork, you know. So
Yeah.
it's less of
We'll
a hassle
see.
for
but
you.
we got the video. Got him on
But you
video.
might have to pay. He should even pay for your deductible.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Right,
don't know
you should pay
how that
everything.
works.
He should pay everything.
We'll see.
and I would get the video and post it. Let everybody see who this douche is.
Yeah, I guess.
But you don't know what kind of position he holds at your place.
No, I don't know.
Who cares?
No, I'm asking because maybe he's got a upper echelon position. You like that thing?
No. How weird is that though? Let's say he doesn't get fired, like you were thinking, and then like you could see this guy every day. for the next 10 years.
I said to my people at work in the group, I was like, how mad is he going to be when he sees my car in the same fucking spot this morning? I want to walk past him like, hey, how was your night?
Right,
You know, like,
absolutely right.
supposedly they kept him overnight and arraigned him this morning is what we were
Wow.
told, you know? So, I don't know. And they said it was like a B felony type of thing.
No kidding.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's more than $1,000 down.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
I think
what it
that's
is?
how it works. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
The cop was like, let's go lock this punk up. you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
and it's funny because like we had the cop situation the day before. I was at Dunkin' Donuts in my area. I stop every morning.
Old Country Road next to 7-Eleven?
No, Wanto Avenue and right next to Mulcahy's.
Oh,
on
okay.
Sunrise.
Yep.
There was 3 cops in there, and they left. They walked out, and then they were pointing at me and looking at my car. So I'm like, it's fucking 8:30 in the morning. Like, really, we're gonna deal the, you know? And then I come out. They're like, "Yo, you're Fat J. I thought the car was a Mini Cooper. What's up with the Hyundai?" I was like, "Oh." They're like, "We saw you this weekend at the brokerage, whatever." I was like,
Nice.
"Oh, nice."
That's cool.
You know, and then
always
the next
nice
day,
being
5
good
in
with the
Nashville
cops.
finest taking out some guy in cuffs.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a jerk off.
Absolutely what a joker.
I would love to know his stories. He married, kids, all that stuff.
Angry.
All right,
He's
Vicky.
angry.
Vicky commented. I'm going to disagree with you, Vicky. She says if you are not a visual mess, you are not handicapped. Or actually, if you're not a visual mess, then she writes in quotes, you are not handicapped. So maybe I don't know. Maybe she's making a statement, like joking, like being sarcastic. Maybe I'm not.
Oh, I'm not sure. I kind of agree, but disagree like you, because you're right. If someone looks healthy, why are you handicapped? But you could be.
But it's none of your business. You don't need to
it's
know.
no one's business.
It happened to me.
I thought we had HIPAA laws, bro.
Exactly.
If you got the plaque, you good.
Now I can't get into it. I mean, you know, but I stopped working. I retired from Verizon because of my handicap, and it was not a good parting. And the very last day I was physically at work, I got into an argument with my boss because, they were not handicapped receptive. And I had to take the retirement, but I had a really bad argument with my boss my last day there, and I stormed out, and I think I threw a couple of things at him, and I left, and I drove. You remember I had a big custom van at the time. This thing was big. I loved that van. So I'm pissed off. I'm driving home, but I had to stop at the post office in Wantagh, right by Mulcahy's McDonald's. I pull in. They have a very small parking lot. I pull up. I'm against the building, and now the other end of the van is like in the way of like the sidewalk. But I didn't have any more room to move. It's a handicapped spot, so I park. I get out, and all of a sudden there's some old dude standing there, and he's just like this. So I'm in a mood, so I'm like, I'm just doing it back at him.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You're blocking the sidewalk." So I point to the building. I go, I'm in as far as I can be. I said, "Would you like me to, push the bricks in?" Because I was pissed. So I said, "Would you like me to push the bricks in?" And then he goes, "You're in a handicapped spot." I said, "No, I didn't have the placard. I have it on my license plate because I'm permanent. It's not growing back." Right. So I said, I said, "Would you like to take a look at my license plate?" So he does one of these quick, and then he goes, he started to say, I think he got the words, "But you're not." I think that's all he got out. Oh. And I lifted the pants. I go, "Are you the fucking handicapped police?" I said, "But now you see it. Are you happy?" He immediately.
Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he retracted right away.
And he runs into the post office. So I get my shit together. I go in the post office. He's like maybe 5 people ahead of me. So he does whatever he needs to do. He starts to leave. As he's passing me, I'm not even looking at him. But all of a sudden, he just stops. And I actually laughed in his face. He stops. He looks at me and goes, "Apologies." Just like that. He doesn't say, "I'm really sorry." Like
apologies.
He just says the word. And he did it just like this. He went, "Apologies," like that.
That's a bullshit apology.
And I just thought, I said, "Have a nice day."
Yeah.
And that was it. But then I started to laugh. He wasn't even out the door yet, and I just it then hit me like you just said, like, "What are you, a caveman?" Apologies.
Apologies.
I just thought that was the weirdest.
Apologies.
So I started
I
to
think
laugh.
start doing that.
Like, what do you care? Like, I mean, fine. Maybe if there are no handicap spots left, and you should be in one, I guess. But like you said, you don't know me. You know nothing.
You don't know
and I had to
nothing
lift
about-
my
yeah.
my pants and say, "There you go, fucker." Like people are dicks, but
It's the public, man.
yeah, it is.
It is the public.
It's ridiculous. And
Who can we blame?
We blame. Well, thanks, Obama. Vicky says, according to others, if you don't look handicapped, people will judge you.
Yes.
I have a
agree.
pass, and although I've never had others judging me, I know it happens. No, nobody's judging Vicky. We all know that you're mentally handicapped.
Does that work for the mental patients?
I think it does, actually.
No, there's no way. There'd be so many. Bro, there'd be 5,000 people waiting in for a handicap spot on Long Island.
That's gotta be, though.
Half the population's got a fucking mental problem.
Yeah, but they're not. But they're not easy to get, those things, and they
your
expire
doctor's
too.
gotta
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard. The doctor had to fill out a form. You bring it to the town. You get your thing. I mean, I didn't do it. My ex-wife did it, but
What was wrong with your which?
She married him. What the fuck you think?
Yeah, but the thing is, there's 3 of them.
You have 3 ex-wives?
2.
2 or 3?
6.
3.
4.
What
You've
made
been
you do
married
it a
3
third
times.
time? You
Right,
have-
I don't know.
You, how many times
The
you gonna
last
put your
one.
fucking hand on the stove and say, "Oh my God, that's hot"? Well, let that.
Apparently not.
Let's do
not
that
enough
again,
times.
huh?
Not enough times.
Well, well, you know
So
what
wait,
it's.
how are you spending a third of your pension?
I'm not. My
Oh,
I
your
think
last
I'm
wife's
going
gotten it? She got it?
Well, they got 2/3.
No. The first one chose to. I can't believe I'm talking about my retirement here. No, my first one, my son's mother, she chose to take half what was in the pension fund at the time.
Lump sum. She went for that lotto lump sum
Yep,
payment.
lump sum.
Payout.
It wasn't even.
She's like, "Fuck it, I don't want to deal with this asshole the rest of my life. I'll just take it up front and get rid of him."
yeah. This last one, whom you know, do you know?
Yes. The last wife.
Barbara.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Are you
Barbara.
still dating?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
We
okay.
split.
All right. Well, fuck her then too.
He can say it. Mike didn't say a word.
That's right. That's our commonality between me and you. Yeah, you know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know her. Yeah, that ended a while ago.
Okay.
And
It happened.
where
You
was
need a
I?
hug? Are we over it? What's
No,
up?
I'm over it.
All right.
I'm over
Good.
Good people. You're good people. So
Absolutely.
Sometimes things don't work
No,
out.
no.
Doesn't have to
At
be a
least
bad
you didn't
guy.
get married and she's getting a fucking piece
No,
of money too.
No, my ex-wife is getting over a little over 3/4 of my pension for 7 years.
Wow.
Man, Cappy.
Yeah, Cappy is
but,
right.
But you know what it's like. Like your lovely better half. Like she's a vegan, and you've had to cater to that, and so you know what it's like to.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Yeah, you got to.
Well, I didn't say a word. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you get pussy whipped. You know it happens.
Right, but it's true, right? She's a vegan.
I'm going to I'm walking into a vegan joint, not down the fucking aisle, bro. Like,
I like that term.
I have nothing to get.
And
anyway.
I know where
Like,
you're
I
going
don't have
with
a
this, you
pension.
jerk off.
I don't have none of that, so they can't get nothing but.
He's
good-
saying this because I'm dating a girl who's a vegan.
Oh, now you really need a fucking hug.
But it's true. He's
But the
going
good
through it
news
too.
is-
But I don't mind. I don't
But the
care.
good news is,
What's the good news?
I know where to take them for date night.
Right. Stick with Jay. He's the man.
I take you fucking Cap. We can double date now.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
His what do you call her? Girlfriend?
Girlfriend, my girlfriend,
Girlfriend.
yeah.
Okay. She's
Yeah.
beautiful and she's
No, I
cool.
know. I've seen her.
nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
There's a lot of good vegan joints. Go to the city. There's a lot of good spots.
No, I know this. The city is out by me where we live. Out by me where we do the cow tipping.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of.
No, you let it graze on the fucking front lawn, and then when you come into civilization on a Wednesday to come see Knockem Dead, you take her out to a fucking vegan joint, you know?
That's it. Nice.
Do you frequent vegan joints often?
Every weekend, pretty much. Like, after show is one of our favorite places to go is on, like, Friday or Saturday because they're open late. We go to the Witch's Brew. in
Where
West
is that?
Hempstead.
Wow.
They have, like, vegan stuff. And Lindenhurst Diner has a vegan menu as well.
Are they still open?
Lindenhurst Diner, not Linden Crest.
I know Lindenhurst Diner.
There's Three Brothers.
Never mind.
In Farmingdale.
That's a bad story.
They have Umberto's in Sayville or Selden or Ronkonkoma. In that area, they do a vegan pizzas and stuff.
So when you go to a vegan place with your girl,
I eat vegan. We eat vegan.
So you eat vegan as well?
Yeah.
You're totally vegan as well, Jim?
Yeah. There's a lot of good vegan food that's you would never know.
No, I know. I've been finding
one of
that
our
little
other
by
places
little.
we go to, Purple Elephant in Northport. It's a nice
I know
spot.
the Purple Elephant. I've never been there, but I know
they have
it.
vegan and non-vegan,
Yeah.
so you could get like a steak there while she's eating a cauliflower steak if you wanted.
Wow, so you're totally 100% vegan.
Yeah, we go vegan all the time.
So you won't get a real steak. You'll get a cauliflower steak.
Yeah, I'll get something that I like.
Does it taste like steak?
It tastes exactly like cauliflower with like a. The Purple Elephant does it really good. They do it with this. Oh my God, I can't think of the sauce's name, but it's like a peppercorn sauce. Oh my God,
It's
like brandy. I forgot what they call it, but it's like a steak sauce it's like a homemade steak sauce, like or poivre. So they have like a good or poivre sauce that's made with like coconut oil. It's really good. They do it really good.
But was it a big learning curve for you? Because I'm finding it's a big learning curve for me.
It is a big learning curve because, and people automatically assume it's vegan, it's healthy. Like soy is not good for you. Tofu is not good for you. Like there's a lot of shit that's not good. Like my girl eats bad on the weekends, but during the week she's like strictly like a raw vegan. Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, I tell you, they have a lot of good food that you would never know. Three Brothers makes a mac and cheese that you would never know is vegan.
Wow.
Yeah, like real deal.
Wow. We went to City Field a couple years ago, her and I.
They have vegan stuff there too.
Yeah, and we had the Beyond sausage, which believe it or not, I thought it tasted just like regular sausage.
Yeah, you can't really tell. My girl makes a sausage and peppers with Beyond sausage.
Yeah.
My girl makes these stuffed peppers that are fucking out of this world. That if no one said they're vegan, you would never. You go. Witch's Brew has a Philly cheesesteak. That's banging.
Really?
That's banging.
Really?
Yeah. They have a fried chicken sandwich, banging. Like, I eat a lot of good vegan food. Like, there's a lot of good.
But
some of it's weird. But
yeah, my concern is like the steak and the burgers. Like, I haven't had a veggie or vegan.
I had a Beyond Burger, and I got to tell you, it wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
The Beyond sausage is really good.
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a Beyond Burger. I was like,
You had a Beyond Burger?
Yeah, and it's better than say vegan burgers, vegetarian burgers from maybe 20 years ago, but it still didn't taste like a burger to me. Like it wasn't enough that I'd be like, okay, I'll eat this from now on.
Yeah,
like, I still need my All-American.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, and I'm sure we'll be here in the side. But my girl, like back in 2011, 12, she was like, "This is gonna be everywhere."
Oh yeah,
and it's fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like it's everywhere, and again.
Good men.
They'll find the cancer from it in, 5 years from now. But
right. 5 years from now, maybe you'll be in here with Car Scratcher. And, he learned he learned the error of his ways, and we'll have this beautiful story of forgiveness.
You really think he's going to be like, hey, Jay, now that we're friends 5 years later, let's go on that show that has 3 viewers.
Yes.
And the angry mean guy in the middle. You know what? Funny thing is, his name is Jason, too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you.
He was a Jew.
What's wrong with being a Jew?
I wish he would have called fat fuck, because then it would have been a hate crime.
Oh, my goodness.
All he would have had to do was call 3 letters, fat, and it would have been a hate crime. And I could have been on News 12 with my Spread Love t-shirt. I don't know why he did it. Come see me at Governor's this weekend.
You'd be the next Haktua girl.
Oh,
God, from your mouth to God's ears. Tony, it sucks. I found my passion late in life.
All right, but you still found it. That's the point.
But I found it, and the joys, like making videos for Instagram.
Yep, I was going to ask you about that.
That's just a fun fucking thing. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the passion.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing worse, and I tell James all the time, There's nothing worse than working a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, big crowds, doing what you love, you know. And it's the passion, it's the drug, the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to get up Monday morning and go to the fucking day job. You're like, oh.
Yep.
And then the cops see you at fucking Dunkin' Donuts. They're like, oh, you're Fat J, right? Mm-hmm. People see me like, it's just... The other day I was in Dunkin', and Mary Capone does a bit about it. People always say, put that in your little skits.
Yeah.
Some guy, I was getting out of my car, and this guy's doing a 19-point fucking turn to get out of the parking spot. This lady looks right at me, and she goes, you got to put this in one of your little skits. That feels skits. Good, you know? Like,
yeah.
A guy came up to me and was like, I've seen you 50 times, but I come and I laugh every single time I see you.
See, that's and I know you're making jokes, but that's that's how I see it with the cover bands. Most people want to see the hits, but it's weird in the comedy world. A lot of guys get criticized if they have the same act, the same set. But I don't subscribe to that. Like Joey Cola, some of his act is stuff he's been doing for 20, 30 years. But as much as I've seen Joey, as much as I know Joey, I'm still laughing every time I see it.
And
every time I see you, I laugh.
And if he doesn't do something,
people will be like, hey, what happened to that bit?
People will start yelling out.
Right. Yes.
I've seen that too.
But it's the same with you, and it's the same with a lot of my friends that are here. Every time I see them,
Tony,
I still laugh.
Tony, I'd love to write a new fucking half an hour every week. Who wouldn't? Right. Unfortunately, sometimes the jokes don't work. You could think of them in your head. You could think of them, and you're fucking pissing your pants laughing. When you get on that stage and you do it, and they're staring at you like you got 14 heads.
Well, yeah, that's my bit.
You're like, okay, maybe I can't do this one. And then you try to reword it. It still doesn't hit.
Right.
Okay, got to get something else. I'd love to, but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and then it goes back to what you said before about, certain people then, going over stuff with you and or suggesting you change something in your, like, to me, that's almost as good. I was hosting for Joey Cola once, and I was doing a whole bunch of leg stuff. He came up to me. The show wasn't even over. He came up to me. He says, all right. He goes, that part was funny. He goes, this other part, lose that, but this other part was killer. All I can think in my head was Joey Cola is telling me he liked my set. And the show's not even over. Like, he's
because
taking time out.
They're so... Carrie Carabas will tell you all the time, get to the funny.
Right.
Get to the funny. Cut the fat, you fat fuck. All those words is unnecessary. Get to the fucking funny.
Right.
And that's what he's telling you. Cut that out. And, people say it all the time. Like, people will be like, yo, say this. Like, Carrie one night comes up to me. I do this joke like, I'm the child of drug addicts. I didn't get molested like the other comedians you've seen on the show tonight. And I wanted to tell my story. Like, I'm not ashamed of my story. Like, it's my story. Mm-hmm. Everything that happened in my life has put me where I am. So let people know, man. Because we do shows, and I did a show we did a fundraiser for Narcotics Anonymous. And I didn't know what the fundraiser was for, but one of my grandfather's good friends, his girlfriend was like, hey, we're coming for a show. Boom, boom, boom. And it was for Narcotics Anonymous. And and part of that group was my next door neighbor from across the street while I was growing up.
Oh, wow.
So, and like, it was two people on the same block that went through that.
Right.
And I'm like, I have to tell this because there's a lot more people that, and again, I'm nobody, but like some people think like, oh, you were governors. Like, and again, like that was the dream. That's the passion. Like there's nothing better than getting the text from Andrea.
Yep.
Like I tell she's the third most important person in my life. Like right. I'll answer the phone for my girl, my aunt, and her automatically right away. Like, and that's people think you're like, and I'm a nobody. Like I get up and go to my day job, but I'm living my dream. Like I love it.
Yep.
And
it's the same. I tell people that, I run a podcast studio at Governors. You see their face light up immediately.
Yeah.
Governors?
People have been coming here forever, people I went to school with used to come here. Like, and people still come here. Like,
Right.
it's a big thing. And, like, I don't know what my point of the story was, but
It's all right. It's good.
it was just like, it's just so much fun. Like, and being able to do it, like, it's just the passion.
But I'm sure you could attest to this, and there's no other feeling than performing.
No.
There's no other feeling.
But like the jokes don't write themselves. That was the point. Like,
Well,
there's
Oh,
nothing
right.
better.
Yeah.
I'd love to come and do 10 minutes new every night. It doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You try.
But that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I still laugh at bits that I've heard,
And like you said, you're
dozens of
laughing at
times.
them people. Like the guy, I've seen you 50 times. And I try to do a new one. Like, I'm trying to do a new one. And like, so Carrie was like, yo, that part where your child is drug addicts. Be like, I didn't get molested because I was fat and smelled like bologna. It fucking murders.
Carrie she is phenomenal, man.
It murders.
She really is.
But
She
like
is
like
funny.
something
I've seen
so
it.
stupid. Now I get 2 laughs in
Right.
30 seconds rather than 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's like, it's just so amazing. Like and like I said, like, I'm the child of drug addicts. Like, that's the truth, man. Like,
Right. So
and
narcotics
if those
were not
people,
anonymous.
like, if those people see me, I had to say it because it is what it is. Like, yeah, I could be ashamed of it. Some people are, but
it's the reality.
And I was like, I did that show, and then I was like, I have to talk about that, and I just threw that out there, and it works so well.
Yeah.
Some people are like, ooh, like, and yeah, whatever, but I'm the least of the fucking, my parents being drunk. Ooh, there's a lot more fucking fucked up people than I am.
Right. Well, and like you said, then you realize your neighbor was there. Like, the more life goes on, the more other people are. Yeah. Same thing happened to me. You know what I mean?
And
like,
I
see
had
more
my
and more of
best
that.
friend die from it. Like, and yesterday, like, the whole cops and everything, I called my cousin, and my cousin we were all 3 of us were tight. He didn't even know the story. He called to tell me another story, and I'm like, oh, this thing, and I go, the whole time I'm just thinking, Twat would love this. Like, my boy Twat would love this story. Like, it's our story, like, but he's not here because he was a drug addict.
It had nothing to do with you guys calling him Twat.
No.
That's funny. In all seriousness, I had a friend that we called Twat also.
Well, his name was Marquat. So
okay.
everyone used to call him Quat.
Yeah.
So when they were like 16, I'm like, Quat. I'm like, we're going to call you Twat ass.
Yeah.
And then we just called him Twat.
Well, my friend is Tara Watkins. So T and then the beginning of Watkins. So
Twat.
it was Twat.
That's fucking good, too.
And she actually went by it. She would, here comes Twatty. She would yell that in the hallways of high school. She would yell that. Oh, she was great. She was
his
funny.
Instagram was Twat the Snake.
Twat the Snake.
And speaking of great shows and stuff, what you got this show in Yonkers coming up too? You and Billy Geyer and
I'll be in Yonkers on Saturday. Yep.
Oh, this coming Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's a good show. There was the third guy? Who was
Gene
it?
Tarifalo.
Oh, okay. Yes. Very nice. Billy's outrageous, man.
Love
He's
Billy.
something. Yeah, absolutely. And then Fat J's World on Instagram, where you're making. I think your videos are hilarious. Like you were a little late to the video game, but then once you got in, man, you went in full throttle. You're making videos all the time.
Not enough.
Well, it's
Definitely
never
not enough. I got in late because, honestly, Tony, I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. The editing, the filming.
So
I
who
have
does
like
it
an
all?
iPhone SE, so it's like not even a good phone. But I filmed the stupid guy getting a blowjob smoking a doob on 107, and it's got almost 1.7 million views. But yeah, Tom Kelly made my first video with me. We did the Ralphs. Like, I told him I wanted to do it, so he was gracious enough to be like,
Right, the Ralphs, yes.
let's do the Ralphs video. So we did that, and then I met my boy Silvio at the brokerage. Pork Chops was friends with him, so I met him.
Yeah.
And I was posting that blowjob video, and he's like, I do videos, da-da-da. I was like, oh, sick. He's like, you want to do a video? I was like, I'd fucking love to. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to build my stuff. I don't know. I'm like, I have no followers, so if you don't want to collab, we don't have to. Like, I get it. You're the guy. He's like, nah, bro. I film. It doesn't matter if you got one follower or none. Like, well, you want to be in the
That's
video?
right. Doesn't matter if you have one viewer or 3. Doesn't matter.
And then
Doesn't.
it matters, but you know, it didn't matter to him. And then we filmed the bocce video, and overnight it had like 500,000 views.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then my Instagram just blew up. That helped my blowjob video pop. And then we've just been making videos, trying to, you know, but that's now part of you got to write skits, you got to write fucking comedy, you
Right.
got to do this, you got to, hey, babe, I got to go film this, hey, babe, I got to go do that, like, oh, you know, and then, like, I do a joke now, like, she thinks when I go, like, I'm working the weekend, she thinks I'm in, like, Aruba. I'm working the side room of a restaurant in Bristol, Pennsylvania, where the shrimp cocktail is $7.99,
Right.
and I'm staying at a Motel 6 with a mouse that's smoking meth in the corner, waiting with his 2 kids on the desk for me to order Domino's at 1 a.m. But she thinks I'm at a resort in Aruba,
Sharing a room with 3 comedians with 1 double bed.
Yeah, you know. So,
And you were saying that before, you know, living the dream, playing great places, people know who you are. A story that came to my head, this has got to be like 15 years ago. I did a murder mystery. It was like, I think around 250 people. Like it was a good payday. And they loved it. It was just one of those nights where everything was perfect. Big, beautiful room out east. And like, we were like, even me and the cast members are hugging each other at the end. Like it just felt like we went to another level.
magical night.
The very next night, I'm performing. Me and Sal in April, we were doing a custom personalized thing. Mm-hmm. It was in a private room on the second floor of barbecue in Patchogue. Yeah. They didn't have a dressing room. We were getting dressed behind a dumpster in the parking lot. This was the very next night.
Oh, wow.
And me and Sal even said that to each other, like, what happened the last night? Like, like we immediately went from feeling like, you know, holy shit, we made it, to like, yeah, like the mouse smoking crack in the corner.
The show business will humble you.
Oh,
yes.
Real quick.
Remember, yes. I had acting instructors tell me, doesn't matter if there's one person in the audience, doesn't matter if it's a hole in the ground, black box theater, you got to give the same performance you have to give to everyone.
Well, I believe we were in the show together. Was it? I think it was when we were both in It's a Wonderful Life. Wasn't there a show where it was only 4 people in the audience?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
4 people.
And yeah, it's a little.
It's strange.
It's disheartening before the show. You're like, it kills your mojo. Mm-hmm. But then once you're out there and you're just going through it, it kind of comes back. But
so in that sense, comedy.
Yeah.
Okay? There's nights you get a small crowd. But you know what? And I tell this to the other comics that are coming up. It's different when you're doing a bringer show, or like a show that there's going to be nights, man.
Yeah.
But
yes.
And someone told me, and I'll never forget it. It doesn't matter if there's 400 or 4 people.
Right.
No.
Those people spent their hard-earned money.
Yeah.
Right.
So you could sit there and shit on them that they're the only 4 people, or you could perform for them like they're the 400 people.
Right.
And those people will remember you. And those people are going to say to their friends, oh, Fat Jay, go see him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when there was 4 people in the crowd, he was the only one that made us laugh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, and the club aspect, they may be 12 people but they're 12 paying customers. So you have to treat them, and that club owner he's paying you.
Right.
To perform, regardless. So you can't shit on that.
It's interesting you say that, because that's where my head goes. Like, shit, I wish my name or Knockem Dead Comedy's name was bigger, so that more people show up. Like, I feel it's a reflection on me when only 4 people show up, which is not really the right way to think about it, but that's where my head goes.
We won't want to sell tickets. If we all sold tickets, we'd be Anthony Rodia.
Absolutely.
It's a different story. Again, I'm going to Bristol. I see him on 5 billboards.
Right.
Driving to Bristol because he's going to be at Parks Casino.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know that guy.
Yeah, right.
Like, if I'm if I came here Saturday or Friday, he's going to say, yo, Jay, what's up, man?
Yep.
That guy who's on a billboard knows me.
Oh, I used to get recognized when I was a part of his show. I had people come to me, you the guy with Rodia?
Like, that's sick. Like, we'd all love to be like that. Unfortunately, it's not like that. But
yeah, but I'm just saying, I really don't. I actually don't. I don't have a desire to see my face on a bill. But when it comes to ticket sales, yes.
yeah,
Then I want
that.
people to know me. It's
But
not a fame thing.
It's also it's a catch-22 because there's nights where there's 90 people or 70 people,
Yeah.
and they're laughing harder than the 300.
Oh yeah, absolutely right.
Like they make you work some nights.
The Giggle Room. I love the fucking atmosphere in that room.
Yeah.
I think it's a great room.
Yeah.
I love it in there. Mick Thomas said it. He was in here, wow, it's got to be like a year ago. But he said it. He goes, that's part of the life. He goes, he said flat out, I don't know why crowd size and flopping or just not having a good night. He goes, I don't know why that's even a discussion anymore because it happens to everybody. Even the biggest names in comedy still have a night where they go out there and it sucked.
Yeah.
He goes, it's just part of the life. He goes, I don't know why we even discuss it, which I thought was very interesting. He's kind of right because it is. It happens. We all have great nights. We all have shitty nights in any type of entertainment, really.
Yeah.
You know, it just happens. All right, let me read some comments. Vicky says, Dick, I'm friends with you, so of course I'm mentally handicapped. Dear God is watching. Hello, dear God. Who is this guest? He sounds interesting. I like his attitude towards life. We're hanging out with Fat Jay, baby. Fat Jay has finally...
Is that a new knocker viewer?
Yeah, Dear God's been with us maybe a month or two, I think.
Is he like, Dear God, why am I watching this? Is that where the screaming is from?
I actually thought when he first started watching that, like, it was somebody that was trolling, but he had some snarky comments at first, but I think we converted him. And he's been watching pretty much every day.
Nice.
He or she. I don't know who the person really is. Then Ann said, Dear God, the guest is Fat Jay. He is so fun. And then he says, I like this guy a lot. And then Ann says, Dear God, Fat Jay rocks.
Nice.
See that? They're all talking about you. See that?
Sorry, Kaplan, I took over the show today.
That's all right.
You'll give him your all next Wednesday, in between a cover band. I got to meet Frankie Walker.
You've never met Frank?
Nah, never met him. Does he walk weird too, or is that just you?
Well, no, he tries to be like me. But he's only had.
Is he your older brother?
He is 3 years older.
Okay.
But he tries to be like me. He's had 3 toes amputated, but not the full leg. So I think he still walks fairly.
Are you guys only 2 of you?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Our father married a woman who had a daughter that he adopted. So I think that technically means we have a half sister somewhere.
Okay.
But like you, my father died in 1980.
Okay.
80, 81. I don't even remember.
What? Oh, you were little.
I was 10. So in 1980. I was 10 in 1980. Wow. So yeah, he died in 1980. So I didn't have any contact with him. I only met him once.
Oh, okay.
So so I don't really know much about his life or the people in it. Never met the wife. Even the details around his death are sketchy. So yeah, it's just me and Frank. Yeah, but he has all of his limbs. He'll be here tomorrow. Feel free, come on in. He's pretty much here every Thursday, guaranteed.
Okay.
So anytime you want to come in and hang out with a band, come in on a Thursday.
What band you having tomorrow?
He's bringing in a singer that he's friends with, Joanna Monte is her name.
Have you guys had Bon Journey on?
No.
Because that's the band that I use in the joke.
Yes, I know.
So I'm just waiting for them to get wind of it and message me or something.
Unless I have the wrong Journey band, there is a Journey band out there where the lead singer does dip his toes in the comedy world sometimes.
Oh, I don't. But there's a Bon Journey.
No, I know
bon
that.
Jovi and
right, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
And then
if
there's
he's the lead singer of that
another
band
one,
or not.
Steely Dead.
Steely
Dead.
What is that? Grateful Dead or
I guess
Steely
Grateful
Dan?
Dead and Steely Dan.
They do both. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if this guy is the lead, the guy that jumps into comedy sometimes. I don't know if he's the Bon Journey guy or if he's a different Journey band. I'm not sure. But
that's funny.
Bon Journey. Well, I will. So I do have a question for Mike. Mike likes to. He has this thing where he likes to analyze dreams.
Oh.
And last week we were talking. I was telling you about some dreams I had that were not violent, but they were confrontational. They were verbal fights. So I had another one.
Oh, you did?
I had another one, and it's And it
According
ended
to
the
his
same
dreams,
way.
He's repressing some anger issues, I think. But go ahead.
So I had a dream that I was living on a farm, and I told Lisa about it, so I'm in the clear. I was living on this farm with Sally. Sally was there, and there were these guys working on the farm, like doing handyman type work, but I couldn't see exactly what they were doing. And I'm laying in bed, and I'm naked in bed, and one of the handyman workers are looking through the window, and they're like, I was kind of off a little bit. You couldn't see directly through the window and see me, but this guy was going like he was trying to get a view of me. So I was like, what the fuck? I'm trying to cover up. And no matter where I went in this room, there would be a window where the guy could like kind of spot me. Like I was like running all over the place trying to hide from this guy. So now I'm pissed. I put clothes on. I go outside, and I go up to one of the guys. They're like, what are you guys doing here? Who are you guys? And they wouldn't say anything. So now I'm even more mad. I run over to Sally. I go, you bring these guys in? She goes, yeah. I go, who are they? And she wouldn't tell me. She just starts laughing at me because I don't know. And then they start coming at me, and they're pulling me. Like they're grabbing my arm, and they're pulling me, and I'm like fighting back, and I'm getting mad at her because she won't tell me. And the more she wouldn't tell me, the more mad I was getting, to the point I was screaming the top of my lungs, calling her every name in the book, and that's when I woke up. And I did. I said to myself, I got to tell Mike about that.
Why the gay guys grabbing him? That's what I want to know.
That's a performance dream.
A performance dream?
Yeah, it's a performance because you're a performer, and most of the people that were looking at you don't know them. Most of the audiences that you perform for, you don't know them. So there's some sort of what you told me last week and what you're telling me today.
Yeah.
You might need a little therapy session.
I had a therapist. She died.
You got to get a new one.
Just like my fan club, the guy died.
Oh, I'm in double digits right now. Oh, and as soon as I said that, it went down to...
because I'm here.
It went down to 8
That's
as soon as I said that.
When I'm here, we're negative.
Oh, Andrew Fremder is here. I like Jay's shirt. He looks like Clifford's dick.
We're still reading his comments?
Of course.
3 years later?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Come on, that was good.
He's one of the 3, so you have to read his comment.
I thought that was funny.
I was wearing an orange. I have an orange Carhartt sweatshirt.
Right.
Coming out of 7-Eleven. Some guy goes, you look like a traffic cone. Like one of those big... I'm like, what an asshole.
I was
That's funny.
Junior high school. There's this one kid in my class. He was kind of big, and he had on this bright orange shirt and the black zipper down the middle. And I yelled to him, "So you look like a basketball." He fucking beat. He didn't beat the shit out of me, but he definitely won. He won, without a doubt. All right. So, do we like this golden bat rule?
No.
No. Why?
No.
Why?
Because I'm one of the baseball purist guys. I don't want that.
I don't like it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Not golden showers. Calm down.
So, MLB is in speaking talks to have a golden bat rule, where in the 9th inning you can bring up your best hitter.
It could be any inning.
Well, any inning, but most of them would use it towards at last inning.
Well, true, yeah.
So where you're down in the game, you can bring up your best hitter for one at bat, no matter where
like
in the
that.
lineup. I don't like it either.
Like even though this guy might be in the game already, like you might be
Right.
batting second, but now
Judge can come up in the bottom of the 9th, regardless.
Right, exactly. Even if he made the last out, the
Yeah.
last inning.
he could
I don't
be
like it.
He could be the second out of the 9th inning, and then they can bring him right back.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you can only do it one time per game.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I don't like
don't
it
like it.
because
I don't like
baseball can't get anything right. They have
Yes.
the replay and still make bad calls.
Correct.
Like, it's on the replay.
Yep.
Like, you have 17 people in an office watching 77 times
On 77 screens.
and you still get it wrong? Like, how dumb can you be? There's a lot of... Again, I'm a diehard baseball guy.
I know. I couldn't wait to ask you this.
I don't like the new playoffs.
Oh, well, really? No, that I don't mind.
I like watching the wild card series.
Right.
Like, I like that because it's a playoff atmosphere.
Exactly. That's why I like
But
it. It is a bit much. So by the time it's over, you're like, You're wiped out from all the
It's too many
excitement.
teams.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
The best team won this year, though.
the best team
This year, yes.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
The Yankees shouldn't have been there, in my opinion. Sorry. I just don't think.
Well, who
I
was
think
in the
they got
American
lucky.
League that would have beat?
I thought Detroit was going all the way. I thought they were going to win it all.
No, they didn't have the. But like, I don't know, man. The runner during the season
Oh, the Ghost Runner
in extras.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
Like, you got to do it. You got to do it for everything.
Right. I don't even like, 4 let them walk. Like, no, pitch. Pitch
Yo,
the ball.
I watched fucking.
Yeah.
I watched someone hit a home run.
Oh yeah, it's
Gary
been done.
Sanchez hit a home run when they were intentionally walking him because they
Right.
threw it down the side.
Or if there's
Right.
a wild pitch,
Right.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
I get it. I get what they're trying to do. The kids are all into this now. But you go to the Met game, it's turned into fucking Nick City dancers.
Yes.
And the T-shirt toss. Like, we watched it because there was nothing else.
Right.
I guess. I don't know. But playing the game as kids, and that's what you don't see anymore. The Sandlot.
No.
No.
When's the last time you drove down a street and saw kids playing wiffle ball in the street? where they're
Car.
moving?
And they had to get out of the
Yeah.
way.
Never.
No.
You don't see it.
No.
No.
So there's nobody out there playing the game like we used to.
Right.
With the love. Like, yeah, I get it, and now they have the Little League, the travel Little League. Like, you're making it where the kid's playing here, then he's got to finish that game and go to another game somewhere else. You're making it shitty for the kid.
Yes.
Because now it's a fucking tension. Now he's got to
Right.
get ready. The moms and dads are yelling at him.
Yep.
Like,
I completely agree with that.
I don't know, but I get what they're trying to do. I do. I 1,000,000% get what they're trying to do. And like my nephew, he's 9 years old, 9 years old.
We met him.
He doesn't have a favorite team.
Yeah, see, that's sad to me.
Like,
Yeah.
they like the players. But I get it too, because your favorite team 2 years ago, our favorite team was my team's the Yankees. Aaron Judge could have left. And that's what happens
That's
now.
right.
There's
Right.
no Don Mattingly playing their entire career.
Jeter.
There's
Right.
no Jeter.
No.
They're few and far between.
Even like Big Poppy or whatever. There's no players like that
There's
anymore.
not, yeah.
I'm trying to think who was like some of the last ones to do that. And
Cal Ripken Jr. I mean,
like
it's a
there's one
bygone
person.
era.
You know who's that person?
Who?
Oh my God, I can't think
It's a
of his name.
bygone era.
Oh my God,
It's a bygone era.
I heard you.
Cleveland first base.
Joe Mauer? No, not Joe Mauer. Although was he one?
He was a Minnesota guy, wasn't
not
he?
Josh
Yeah.
Naylor. Oh my God, third baseman.
Third baseman for Cleveland?
Yeah, the Spanish guy.
There's a bunch of players that are lifers for one team. But
Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez. He signed a team-friendly deal
Yeah.
to stay with Cleveland.
Yep.
And now you get the people. Oh, he stayed there because it's not that much media. He wants. How about he loves the fucking city?
Right.
Maybe he just loves
Dedicated.
playing there in the city and the
Yeah.
fans. Yeah.
Like, there's none of that, and I get it. I get what they're trying to do. I get what they're trying to do. So yeah, maybe we're gonna have that rule. Maybe not. I think we're gonna get robot umps before anything.
Yeah,
God, I
so
hope
do I.
not.
That I agree with.
Ugh.
Like in tennis.
That
Like the
kills me.
strikes.
Yeah.
That
But
kills
Tony,
me.
that's another thing, man. You're watching the World Series. The guy's calling fucking balls that are.
Oh, but then you got to handle that correctly. But to me, the human element is what made To me, that's what made the game.
I agree, and I agree. But we got to adapt, I guess, to the times.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I get what they're doing. I don't like it, but we have to adapt to the times.
Well, yeah, Romeo was saying, Rusiello, he said, you don't see kids playing because of all the electronics. Their parents buy them. Well, that's kind of what we're saying, though. You can't be the one without it. Your kid will get picked on. The kid will stand out. You basically have to surrender and get the kids the electronics so that everybody has them. Because it is going with the times. And even the kids, it's not like they know what they're missing. It's not like they used to go on the Sandlot. Now they're not. It's just a different time. It's a different world.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. I personally miss the Sandlot and think the kids should be doing that.
Oh, yeah.
But, but
Listen
I'm
to
old.
the story. Like, watch MLB Network now. Watch the stories that they have because now there's no baseball, so they play like stories and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Mariano Rivera made a glove out of a milk carton.
Yes,
to
right.
play the game. Yes. Jose Altuve hits the way he does because they used to fling beer caps and hit him with a broomstick. Like those, we used to do anything to play tennis ball, wiffle ball, whatever.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There's none of that.
Yep.
Nobody. There's none of that.
Right. You just walk to the school or wherever the fields are, just hoping that there'd be a bunch of guys there.
So you could get a little game going.
Yep. I remember playing hockey. I know it's not baseball, but playing hockey, I got 2 foam pads, and I used dress socks to tie them on.
Yeah.
I would do anything to play any type of street.
Go in the basement stairs and throw against the step.
Yes.
See where it goes. Ball. Like,
yeah.
You don't see kids doing that.
No.
There's a kid from my town that got drafted, I want to say 5-6 years ago. I don't know his name, but he lived down 2 blocks away from me.
Where you are now or Carl Place?
Carl Place. And he got drafted like late because, we have the winter. But like that kid was out playing year round. His dad was hitting grounders, pop-ups. You don't see that now.
No.
Ann says I'm all for kids and video games. That sounds a little creepy. I'm kidding. I'm all for kids and video games. Just ban the violent ones. Yeah, I agree with that too. I don't have issues with video games, but I do have an issue with that. Like video games when we were kids, they ended.
We
These
used to
games
play.
now
We
just
used to play
continue.
cops and robbers, shooting each other.
Yeah, but I think at least I'm assuming what Ann's talking about. It's so graphic.
Oh yeah,
it is very graphic.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we watched Bugs Bunny. They were blowing each other's faces off.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so bloody and gory.
I remember my son. He played Grand Theft Auto a lot.
Yeah.
It was graphic.
Yeah.
Blowing
And
people's heads
that
off,
was nothing
running
compared to what
people
they have
over.
now.
Oh,
They're
no,
gonna
I
hear
know.
it regardless.
Yeah. Then Dear God says he remembers playing jacks. Yeah, we did that a little bit too. Wow. All right. Time for us to get out of here. When are you? So today's what, the 4th? So next week would be the 11th. Okay. I wanted to make sure you were here because your birthday's coming up, and I wasn't sure if we were going to see you again before your birthday.
When's your birthday, Cappy?
The 15th.
Oh, happy
He's going to
birthday.
be 60. He's going to be 60.
Isn't I the sexiest 60-year-old you ever saw?
I don't know about that, but
Go to Fat Jay's World on Instagram. Find out where he's going to be. Yonkers this weekend. The Hershey and the Keek show on
December 12th at the Brokerage.
Yep. There's the flyer. Keith Anthony and Mike Delaquilla. And I need to make the flyer bigger so I can read it. Who else is going to be there? Hugh Van Well, Mike Kurz, Jake Chapman, who's also got a birthday coming up. Good old Jake. I think he's going to be 13. Jake's a good kid. So, go to govs.com and see that on the 12th. The very next night, come to the Giggle Room. Mike Bacchetti and friends with the Evil Twins of Comedy. Mark Riccadonna and Don Jameson. And we've made some changes to that. I'll be hosting. So looking forward to that. Mike will do his regular set. And then you have Mark and Don. They're heavy hitters, man. That's a good show.
Mark Riccadonna, killer. Oh, Don Jameson, too.
Don
wow.
Jameson is a big name, yeah. Absolutely.
And you're hosting that?
I am.
Wow, that's a sick show.
Yeah.
That better sell out, bro.
It better, because I got to pay these guys. I'm producing this damn show.
Oh, that's your show?
It's Gov's Comedy Club Podcast.
Oh, you brought some heavy hitters.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. I just hope it
I got a
pays
gig
out.
because of Mark Riccadonna.
Mark is, he's, like you're saying with Carrie, same thing. He is such a supportive guy, and he helps everybody. If he can.
Every
He's
post
great,
I
man.
see, I like, I heart. I'm working Church of Satire because of him.
Yes, right. He hooked Andy up there a year ago. Yeah,
good guy. Appreciate you, sir.
Great guy. So that's December 13th.
And his podcasts are fucking hysterical.
The Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling
with Richie Burnt. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love them. Not that they don't do them here anymore, but I still love them. December 21st, come to McGuire's. We got a murder mystery happening there. That's going to be a lot of fun. So go to govs.com. Oh, I left out January 24th. I'm also hosting in the Gig Room again for Fresh Brewed Comedy. That's the guys from Coffee with the Dog, and I'll be hosting.
And I'll be working New Year's somewhere for governors.
Oh,
I
very
don't
nice.
know where yet. I'll
Okay.
let Tony know so you
Yes.
guys can come out. New Year's is a big night.
Yes, especially when everything is working. Like in the Gig Room last year when the balloons didn't work. And that craziness. But, Governors is always fun on New Year's. So, go to govs.com. Make your reservations. This weekend, we got Anthony Rodias playing the main club, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Akash Singh. Tonight here at the main club. Chris Frangiola is playing this weekend.
Go see Chris. Nice guy, super nice guy, very funny from
Native
Chelsea
Long
Handler.
Island. Right, and he's a Long Islander. Grew up out east. Patchogue,
He is a Long Islander, super good guy.
Maybe Patchogue, I'm not sure.
I like that Tony Miller guy.
And yes, Tony Miller is playing January 24th. They have fixed the flyer, but I just think that one's so much funnier.
Funny.
And Chris Murphy is playing. McGuire's this weekend. Again, go to govs.com. Check out the full schedule. Make some reservations to some great comedy shows. Don't forget, December 27th, David Clark is playing Westbury Music Fair, doing his Billy Joel thing. It's a Billy Joel Elton John show. David Clark will be on this show about a week leading up to that. Sorry, Jay. The cover bands.
Cover band central.
Don't forget, Best of Long Island, the voting ends soon. So make sure you get in there and vote for Hershey and the Keegs for Best Podcast and the Best of Long Island. You can vote once a day. And with that, we are done. Today is Wednesday. I don't think there's anything else here today because there is no Circling the Drain tonight. So I think that's it for the day. So Coffee with the Dog tomorrow at 9. Me and Frank and Joanna Monty tomorrow at 11. Sports Bash with Peter Schwartz tomorrow at 1 p.m. Recipe for Laughter with Chef Felix and Bonnie Scalisi. They'll be in here tomorrow at 6:30 with Rob White and Michelle McDonald. There you go. All right. Thank you, pal. It's good to see you, man.
Thank
so
you.
good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
And we'll see you next week.
Vote for Kaplan in the next election.
Whatever he's running for. All right. We'll see you guys later. See ya.